not and will not use generative AI because I'm real and inimitable. Hi, I'm Allison Montgomery, and I'm running for Alabama House District 25. You can check if you live there by going to yourallyinmontgomery.org or allybama.link/district, if you like that. Thanks. No, stop, seriously. I don't have much time. I'm running for State House District 25 because I have been there. I've been in the halls of the State House doing the work to advocate for my community against large, well-funded special interest groups. For 3 years, I've analyzed legislation, I've rallied people around this grassroots effort, and worked with legislators who are unlike me in order to block harmful, senseless culture war bills. And we've had enough of those, haven't we? Yeah. We've had enough of the distractions, of the scapegoats. They've been trying to make scapegoats of people like me for 10 years now. Can y'all believe that? I know what it's like to face an uphill battle, and I have the courage to advocate for policy that will help Alabama's people, even when I know there will be opposition to it. What I'm saying is, I'm ready from day one to advocate for y'all. I am not here to merely fill a seat. I'm going to dedicate myself to the cause of serving the people of Alabama. That means continuing to stay in touch with people in my own district so I can meet their changing needs. It also means working with representatives from other parts of the state to figure out how to tackle Alabama's problems as a team. And a lot of people who have been in politics a long time are going to take issue with this. But for me, that means helping other candidates as well. Yes. I was told that everyone who's running is my competition. I don't believe in that. That is not how I operate. We will not win unless we collaborate. That's why I support the House Democratic Caucus's tariff relief package, and I will co-sponsor legislation like that when y'all help me get in there. My peers and I didn't form a broad coalition of grassroots organizations by hoarding knowledge and resources. We didn't get things done by having a scarcity mindset about the work. And I sure as hell don't have a scarcity mindset about this work. And since my audience today is largely made up of candidates, I should say it again. This campaign is just an extension of the grassroots political organizing that I've got experience in that has been effective. And that organizing doesn't end after y'all in this room help me win. We have a lot of mess to clean up in this state. I can't even summarize it in 10 minutes. But we need to protect our people. We need to advocate for our families. We need to advocate for our kids. We need to advocate for our own health. We need protections for paid parental leave for more people. We need more accessible childcare services, and we need to assist people in paying for them such that they can continue earning for their families. We need to protect their jobs and help them unionize so they can't be so easily exploited. We need to eliminate the grocery tax entirely. We need to keep our government democratic and protect institutions like the Public Service Commission from corruption. We need to stop underpaying our teachers. We need to stop understaffing our schools. We need to give our students more attention in their education such that we don't have any that fall behind. For that to happen, we need to make sure the Public Education Trust Fund has enough money in it, and we need to eliminate the so-called CHOOSE Act's school vouchers program, which will only serve to funnel money away to more affluent people from the people that need it the most. We need to expand Medicaid, not just for now, but for the future when we fix this country and more federal funding comes through. We need to address this healthcare crisis and attract more doctors and nurses to this state. We need to pay them what they're worth. We need to stop the monopoly and corruption of Huntsville Hospital. We need a state budget that actually makes sense. We need to stop taking from schools to build new prisons. We need a total overhaul of our prison and parole systems. We need to treat every person with Jesus' love and compassion, even when they've done something wrong. We need to recognize humanity, good and bad, within each of us, and help to change folks who have done evil. I know I can say that to a crowd of liberals and y'all be on the same page. We need reform in the State House, too. We need to limit contributions in state races and establish term limits so the same folks can't continue to buy their way into power year after year. We need full transparency on where legislation comes from and who wrote it. We need to make it easier to vote. We need fairly shaped districts. We got a lot of problems. The reason this stuff hasn't been getting done, Senator Orr told me this just this year, is because the lobbyist money's not there. These people in the legislature just take in lobbyist money, the same types of lobbyist groups that I've been having to fight the efforts of for 3 years, and they introduce that corrosive legislation uncritically. They don't have to care about us. And furthermore, they're too afraid of losing that power, so they cower and bow to these well-funded special interest groups. I'm different. I don't care if I only serve 1 term. I'm going to kick ass at it so much that people in my district know how I've been fighting for them, and they don't believe the conspicuously well-produced attack ads that show up in the next cycle. When I think about an elected official, for me, if we're basically on the same page policy-wise, that's fine. What I'm more concerned about is, what is the nature of this person's soul? What are they made out of? Is this person going to actually advocate for other people? I will. Is this person going to form connections that strengthen their chance of success of advocating for the people they serve? I will. Are they going to put in the sweat to materially improve the lives of their people? I will. Y'all, this stuff comes so naturally to me. I am an organizer. My tendency is to organize people around causes, and I'm ready to organize the Democratic caucus towards protecting all Alabamians' health care, all Alabamians' education, and all Alabamians' jobs. And because I have all this experience, I'm ready to do that for Alabama's people on day 1. I'm the woman for the job. I've been doing advocacy not for something popular, not for something I can make money off of, not for my hobby, but for my civil rights. I have been fighting, and am still fighting, a billionaire-backed, astroturfed effort to keep people like me from participating in public life, all because someone determined that was the issue most likely to drive people apart and keep them from organizing around labor issues. The culture war stuff is all to keep us from uniting and being stronger than the billionaires. They are making sure we have less of a chance to stand up to businesses who want to abuse our state and exploit our workers. I'm not going to let that happen in Alabama. It stops with us, with my generation of legislators. That's what I'm all about. Again, I'm running because I've been there. I know what it's like to need employment protections. I know what it's like to need protections in healthcare. I know what it's like to be completely innocent but still afraid of the cops. We need fresh perspectives like this in the State House. I'm the only one running for this seat who is going to offer a perspective so fresh. I'm relatively young. I'm a woman, 32 by the way. Some people think I'm 25. The state keeps trying to push me into a closet, and they'll be coming for my health care. The federal government has me on a list for making an accurate designation on my passport. Many of my friends are on that same list. Most of my friends are broke. All of my friends need the types of protections in employment, in housing, in healthcare that are going to benefit all y'all and everyone outside this room too. I'm going to make sure our people are protected. I've been there, and I need your help to get back and serve in an even broader capacity. I'm running this campaign differently. I'm running it on a shoestring budget because my advocacy work the past 3 years has taught me the value of truly grassroots organizing. I never chased donations while doing advocacy. Now, all right, a campaign is slightly different. So I begrudgingly have set up a donation page. But what I value more than your donations is your time. I need people who believe in this, who believe in my approach to governance and believe in this project to achieve good governance. I need y'all to make phone calls for me, to knock doors for me. And hopefully you find and to follow my socials, and hopefully you find my blog posts about the campaign interesting. Basically, I need y'all to get others excited about me running if you want more people like me in your government. I recognize I can't do this alone because I know that it must be together that we build an Alabama that future generations can be proud of. Why am I running? Because I've been there, and I'm gonna be there for y'all too. So I need y'all to be there for me through May 19th so that I can be your ally in Montgomery. Thank you.